What is it, first of all, for a law? I don't think most people probably know it.
Right. I mean, it's an academic scholarship. So it's a scholarship for you to pursue postgraduate degrees, but only at the University of Oxford. So unlike other scholarships that allow you to pursue your education at a variety of other institutions, this is specifically limited to Oxford. It's available for people across a range of disciplines. So it's not just for lawyers. It can you can get it for anything else. And then it's a global scholarship. So there are students from all over the world who are eligible for it. There are specific jurisdictions which have expanded since the time I applied. But from India, there are currently 5 scholarships available for students choosing to do their masters or their PhD at Oxford. Broadly speaking, the criteria are for one, your literary and scholastic attainment. So you have to be very good at academics, essentially. Then there are other criteria that you have to demonstrate. They're broadly understood as extracurricular criteria, but essentially they are you have to display energy to use your talents to the fullest. You have to display truth, courage, devotion, kindliness for people who are who are more disadvantaged than you are. And finally, you have to show moral force of character and instincts to lead, and an interest in your fellow human beings.
I mean, it sounds like such big words, right? All of these. I know it's really subjective, and I also know, when you went for the scholarship, the last interview, you were actually not asked anything about law really, but about Western music and classical music and things like that, because people actually don't know that you are a piano player, and I don't know all that.
I don't know if I call myself that anymore. I haven't practiced in a very long time. Yeah. But yes, the scholarship is about not just your academic ability, but other passions that you have. As I said, energy to use your talents to the fullest means what else is it that you can show to the scholarship committee that you did do with your time? What are you using your the time available to you, the resources available to you to the fullest to make yourself a well-rounded person? And that's why they want to know what are your interests other than outside of academia, and how are you using some of both your academic and your extracurricular activities to make the world a better place in some sense. So to help solve one of the bigger problems that there are in the world.
Who do you think should apply for the scholarship?
Right.
For someone who's listening, and need not be lawyers, but
yeah, I mean, the minimum criterion has to be that you have a really high, you've been a very high achieving academic performer. So especially your undergrad degree, it has to be at least a first class honors degree, and you have to be in the top 1 to 3% of your class, honestly. I mean, of course, those numbers are subjective, but so I'm not saying you can't be in the top 5% of your class, but really, this is the minimum criterion, because also the scholarship itself doesn't guarantee you admission to Oxford University. And so, if you don't get admission to Oxford after that, then the scholarship isn't put to any use. So, and Oxford becomes...
Oh, I don't know that.
Yes,
the scholarship...
that's right.
Oh,
no,
is
so
it?
the scholarship, yeah.
So the scholarship is different, and then you have to apply to Oxford separately, is it?
Exactly. That's right. So there's
Does it happen? Does it happen that people are rejected?
I don't know whether it's happened in the past few years. I don't have official confirmation of this, but there are. It is just getting more competitive to get into Oxford. So we know that Oxford standards themselves are getting higher and higher. So this is something to keep in mind. So if you have you might have all the most wonderful extracurricular achievements in the world, but if you can't meet the bar for entry into an Oxford academic degree, then it probably doesn't make sense to apply for the scholarship.